everyone. My name is Michelle Schwartz, and I am an advisor at the School of Nursing at Cal State Fullerton. I used to actually intern here with Tuan as well. So it's like a nice big circle, right, of people helping people, which is great. So today I'll talk about our upper division transfer pathway. This is actually brand new. This is only the third year we're going to be admitting to this pathway. So a few years ago, we had no options for transfers, and now we finally do. So we're really happy about that. All right. So we have 4 different pathways at Cal State Fullerton targeted for different groups. So traditionals for our students coming right out of high school. We have the transfer pathway now. We have a second bachelor's pathway. So this is for students who already have a bachelor's degree in any other field. And then for students who are already completing their associate's nursing degree, we have a transfer pathway for them as well called RN to BSN. So hopefully we can meet sort of everyone where they're at with our 4 different pathways. The first 3 pathways listed are what we call pre-licensure, meaning you take it to get licensed by the state of California as a nurse, and they are all impacted. Do we know what impacted means? Anyone would like to share? What does impacted mean? Not these guys, they know. Anyone? What does it mean in this case? No? Oh, you're being shy? It's Friday, we gotta have energy, right? Woo. No? All right, impacted means we have too many people applying and not enough space, right? So if we have 100 people applying and only 40 spaces, we're impacted. If we have 100 people applying and only 90 spaces, we're impacted, right? So anytime you have more people applying than you have a space for, that means impaction. And you're going to find that throughout the state of California for pre-licensure, because we have a lot of people who want to be nurses, which is great, right? But as a nursing student, we have to put you in clinical, and those can be tight, right? We don't want 50 students at one person's hospital bed. So that is why we can't just admit more, because more people want to come. Does that make sense? All right. So that's a very old picture of me. And then my friend Neftali here, who's our other advisor, and we're the ones you'd reach out to if you have any questions that I couldn't answer for you today, or if you left today just more confused than you were when you came in, you can email us nursing@fullerton.edu. We have all 4 of our advisors in there actually to help out. All right, this is what our upper division transfer BSN pathway looks like once you're at Cal State Fullerton. Right? You go to your community college, you do your prerequisites, some GE, and then this is what it looks like when you arrive. It is 3 years, so it's not the traditional, we kind of think of 2 years at community college and 2 years at the Cal State. It is 3 years once you arrive at the Cal State, because it's nursing and it's complicated and it's a lot, busier than your average major. We do have a cohort style. Do we know what cohort means? I see nodding. Yeah, someone? Groups. Yes, exactly. Thank you. So the group moves together, right? So you have like built-in support system the entire way. You're in all of your classes together. And because again, nursing is very unique, right? Traditional college students aren't like, oh, I saw, a heart attack at the hospital today, right? That's something only you and your nursing students can relate to. Good things and bad things. So that's why we have that cohort. So you have each other to lean on, right? We only admit once a year in the fall. We do not have any summer semesters required. So it's 6 traditional semesters, fall, spring, fall, spring, fall, spring. And you will be required to do 2 upper division GE courses once you arrive. That's typical of really all the Cal States, regardless of major. We just happen to have one that counts for the 3rd. So you only have 2 in nursing. Any GEs you didn't complete here at the community college, you will have to also do, of course, once you arrive. And then, of course, this is what our nursing classes look like. This is exactly when you take them, where you take them. And anytime you see this little L here, this implies the clinical, AKA at the hospital for, anywhere from a 10 to 12-hour shift. It is like you are working. It's an internship on steroids, okay? Any questions on any of that? Again, it's a cohort. So these are the classes you take and you move along with your peers. Okay. No? All right. Stop me anytime if you have questions, okay? Then we have the requirements. So like most Cal States, you need the Golden 4. Do we know what the Golden 4 is? We should be pretty familiar with it. It's our CSU GE A1, A2, A3, and E4. So all your English classes and math. You need that to transfer to the Cal State. You also have to have 60 transfer units, usually about 2 years, depending on your pathway. We recommend you get the GE certification here from IBC or any other community college that you attend, but it is not required, just recommended. You have to, of course, complete prerequisite courses, right? We can't throw you into the hospital if you don't know anything about anatomy. That would be scary, right? So you got to know all your prerequisite courses. We require a 3.25 cumulative GPA. So this is everything college level here or other colleges, as well as a 3.25 in your prerequisite GPA. So just those courses have to be that 3.25 as well. We, of course, have an application, the Cal State Apply application that requires official transcripts. You must be a California resident in order to apply. And you have to have either a social security number or an ITIN, an individual taxpayer identification number. Okay. Questions on any of this? And I just want to highlight what it says there at the bottom. The number of open seats will vary each year. So this program is kind of a fill-in for other pathways that we have. So it's not a set number every year. Last year we had 6 open seats. This year we anticipate 20 open seats. There may be some years where we have 1. So it varies greatly year to year. You can always email us and check in if you want to know kind of the year you're looking at, what is it looking like for admission. That will also affect the impaction, right? If I get less applicants but have more seats, you're more likely to get in. All right, let's talk prereqs. This is going to sound very familiar to a lot of the other schools today as well. Again, that golden 4, A1, A2, A3 plus statistics, you need a C or higher. Unlimited number of repeats. So if you took statistics 5 times, that's okay, as long as you got that C or higher. We do require a minimum grade of B- in the sciences. So these are prereq sciences plus chemistry. So again, very typical, anatomy, phys, and micro, and they have to have a lab. Doesn't matter if it's online or in person, but you do need a lab, okay? Questions on the sciences, the prereqs? Pretty standard, you'll find, right? If you're looking at multiple nursing schools. Pretty sure you can't be a nurse in the state of California without anatomy, phys, and micro, right? All right. So the CSU or Cal State Fullerton specifically just changed this year to where they need all of your stuff completed by fall. So for anyone who's applying right now, for example, for fall of 24, everything has to be completed by the end of this fall. It used to be typical, right, that we go into spring and we finish there. Cal State Fullerton has nixed that for us, just making it more fun. So you have to have everything done by the end of this fall for applying for next fall. That means you're 60 units. So you should be in those final classes ending this December, and your prerequisite courses and so forth. Okay. Again, for those prerequisite courses, we require that B- or higher, or that C or higher in the non-sciences. And we take the first grade, that is the passing attempt. So let's say you took statistics and got a C, but then you took it again and got a B. We still take the C for your grade in your prereq GPA because that was the first time that you passed. Our courses don't expire. Okay. Questions on any of this? If you have IB or AP, submit those as well, so we can give you credit for that. I know it can be a little bit confusing to get in just a few minutes here, but we'll try. Some other courses that we require, they're not considered prerequisites because you can do them once you start nursing school, but it's going to be Introduction to Psychology and then Sociology or Cultural Anthropology. And why do you think you would need these courses as a nurse? This has nothing to do with anatomy. Why do we need these? Any ideas? Do nurses talk to patients?
Yes.
Oh, they do. Good. Yeah. Well, that's good, right? You got to be able to talk to patients, number one. So you could practice by talking to me. Huh? So again, why would we need these then? I try, right? Can you tell I have a theater background? Why would you need these? Why would it be important that your nurse has cultural anthropology or sociology? Study of people. Yes. Thank you.
Through the communication with the different people, you need to be able to know how to help them, what they need.
Exactly. Hospitals are kind of a free-for-all, right? There is no restriction. If you are sick, you can go to any old hospital. You might pay for it, but right, you're going to go to any hospital. So you have to know about different cultures potentially, right? You have to be able to serve all individuals because the hospital is a very diverse environment. So it's important to have this background about people, right? Hospitals, unless you're going for like the birth of a baby, generally not a happy place, right? So you're meeting people in some of their worst moments. Good to have this background in learning a bit about people, right? Also, they come with families and, you know, kind of like students come with parents, right? It's like, you got to be able to deal with them, not just help them with their, you know, anatomy and medicines and all of that. All right, so our application every year is open October 1st to November 30th. That's standard for the CSU. For nursing, we do require your transcripts to come in earlier than the rest of the CSU because we want to get you processed quickly. And we have an interview process that we want to get you through. So those are due January 31st. And then we also have an upload area in our application where you're going to upload required documents, including things like your unofficial transcripts and your AP score report. And we want to see everything. We don't care if it's related to nursing or not. We got to see it all because that's how we get your cumulative GPA, right? Everything you've done. We do have some resources we want to share with you today. Feel free to screenshot this if you find it helpful for you. On our website, for our resources, we do have FAQ page. You can see our point system. So you can see, okay, I have this GPA, I have these classes. What are my points looking like? Another website that has nothing to do with Cal State Fullerton, but we like to tell students about is called Discover Nursing. It's actually run by Johnson & Johnson, and they have an amazing website. Not only do they have hundreds of scholarships, but you can look at all of the different specialties within nursing. Any idea how many specialties there might be within nursing? Not just nurse?
Instead of like 1,000.
Like 1,000, well, that would be a lot. It's not 1,000, I'll tell you that. Lower. Any other thoughts? You just throw out a number at this point, very easy.
It's a public house for someone to a public house.
Yeah, public health nurse, yeah. How many specialties you think? This website says there's anywhere from about 90 to 100 different ways to be a nurse. I always say nursing is very unique because you can take nursing and really pair it with any other of your interests. Interested in crime shows, you could be a forensic nurse, right? Interested in travel, you can be a travel nurse. Interested in those scary crashes that happen on the freeway and you love the excitement, you can be a helicopter nurse, right? Emergency nurse that goes down in the helicopters to the freeway. Interested in having summers off for the rest of your life, you can be a school nurse, right? So there's lots of different opportunities just within nursing, which is what makes the field really neat, right? You can work part-time, full-time, days, nights, anywhere, everywhere. So it's a really great field to be in. But all those testimonials and specialties you can learn more about from the Discover Nursing website. And then, of course, the most important website, the Board of Registered Nursing for California. We do not give you the RN license. None of us do. You get it from the state. It's very similar to like going to driver's ed and then going to the DMV to get your license. We're like your driver's ed. They're like your DMV. Okay. So we give you that education, but you have to pass the NCLEX and be licensed by the board. So very important website to go to for any information you may need. All right. I know I went very quickly because I'm not sure how much time I had, but if you have any questions, here's our information. Again, feel free to screenshot that if you would like. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram. And again, this email has all 4 of our advisors. So we usually get back to you in a pretty timely manner.